Hello everyone, I am Jack and I'm back, and let me show you what I've done today. Today I spent the day getting this fender flare located as accurately as I possibly can. So what I did was, unfortunately I thought it was close enough that I could just put a couple screws in it and it would be there. Well, didn't work because the front didn't line up, or the back didn't line up, or the door didn't line up, or whatever. So I went to plan B. Plan B was go to this front area and make it line up. So that's what I did. I made it even across here using my little angle aluminum. It already had the front set. You can see that this right here, you can see the little bit of orange maybe. That is the factory C8 front fender. It's in obviously the factory location. So I wanted to get the back the same. So if I stick my hand in here, it goes to right at that knuckle right there. And then if I come back here, it's a little bit wider, but not a lot. So ideally, it might need to be like a 1/4 of an inch further forward, but I'm not going to fight over a 1/4 of an inch. I put pieces of 1x2 in here to make sure that there was adequate clearance for the tire. There is a little bit of a lip here that could come off if it needs to. If I remember, the C8 does not have a lip there. Even from the factory, they got rid of it. Worst comes to worst, I could get an offset of the wheel that's inside another 1/2 inch or an inch. My goal is to drive this around once this is dried enough that I trust it, because it might rub, but if it rubs, I don't want it knocking everything loose. But once I get it dry enough, cured enough that I can drive it around and I think it can handle a hit, then I'll see if I need to trim where I need to trim, if I need to trim all of that. But right now, I was even afraid of taking this was all clamped here and down there, and I was afraid to take the clamps off just because of what might happen. But I have no choice, because I couldn't move it with the clamps. With the block of wood, I even marked where the block of wood was. It was right there. I couldn't move the car, and I need to put it in the garage before I leave, or in the shop before I leave. So that's where I'm at now. I'm just going to let it cure. I could start sanding on it, but it's getting late and I got things to do. And it is, what is it? Saturday night. There we go. It's Saturday night. So if you look, it does look to me like it's centered as close as I'm going to get it. And then the issue is this back edge. It's wrong. And it makes sense, because remember, this thing had too much of a distance there, and I tried to fix it. But I remember when I made the mold, I showed you that there was a gap at the bottom. Well, there's where that gap is on this. So it's too much distance from here, this face, to the outside edge. I knew that making it, you can see my purple mark right there. That's where that edge should be. Instead of curving in like that, it should come straight down. If it came straight down, it would meet with this edge, which is what I wanted. And then I wanted it to come out to, oh, I don't know, about here. Yeah, where that cut mark is. I'm doing a real good job of accidentally cutting stuff. Where that cut mark is, and then I'm going to have this, instead of being even with the edge of the door, it's actually going to come out an inch. I checked and the door will work fine if I do that. I would show you, but this is in the way. And then I'll fix this edge right here. So I've still got stuff to do. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I will probably completely remake this piece right here, and then lay it, attach it up here, cut this off, lay that piece right there, and then make it come out to right here. And so I'll make a completely separate piece. I can make that off of the mold. So that won't be, that'll be a day or less. What I was worried about was getting this radius correct, but if I remake that piece and I carefully sand it to where it meets this, that should take care of that. All right, that's pretty much all I've got. It's ended up being a nice day, a little warm. I had my shade cover up, so it made it better. I took it off so that it would cure, the fiberglass would cure a little quicker, and it did. So, all right, like I said, it's solid, but I just don't know that I trust it to take a hit. It's only one layer, and I'm planning on, by the time I do the rest, all of it will strengthen it. But right now, I mean, that right there is the area that's really holding stuff together. And if I had somebody to video, I would do it. I would go ahead and video and drive it. But the problem is, with me driving, by the time I hear a crunch, it's too late. If someone was beside it, they could be saying, oh, you know, you're almost going to hit the fender. Whereas if I'm driving it, then I won't know if it hits the fender until it hits the fender. And then it's too late. Kind of like putting the smoke back in an electronic thing after it's escaped. All right, like, subscribe, hit the alert, hit the thanks if you want to donate. And if you don't like what I'm doing, you don't know Jack. Bye.